All right, so let me just record this a second time, because for the first time when I was recording it, GoPro just corrupted the file, so I have to do this again. But for the fun of it, I'm gonna do it in reverse order actually. So this will be a video about packing for a multi-day cycling trip. And the stuff that you see here in front of me is my saddlebag and also a frame bag. And that's all I will need for a 6-day trip, out of which 5 days are cycling across the Alps. And I'm gonna have everything that I need for rainy days, for sunny days. And I also have charger stuff and toiletries and everything, okay? So let me just show you what I have inside here, and then let me also give you some tips how you can easily pack this up and get it back into the bag, for example. Before we start, let me also very quickly just explain what I'm going to be wearing for such a trip. Let's get the helmet out of here. Okay. So here's, of course, cycling pants, then short cycling shorts, actually. And I will not have long ones. If it's really cold, I'm going to wear some rain trousers in this case. And I just put them above. Then I have a long shirt here, which is actually also really great for really sunny days because it protects you from UV. And for the days that are a bit colder, I can just wear this t-shirt on top of the long shirt here. And then, of course, I've got the cycling pants and socks and so on. Let's get this out of the way. Very cool. Okay, so let me maybe first now that we start in reverse order, actually take a look what I have in the frame bag here. That's stuff that is quickly accessible. So here we go. We have some bike repair stuff, like some strips and some extra batteries for the SRAM, multi-tool, money, and then of course some food here, and some UV, and of course the earpods here. Okay, let me get this to the side here. Okay, now on to the really interesting stuff, which is of course the saddlebag. And that's really all I have for 6 days. So let's look inside. Now the first trick, and that's maybe something you should check when you're buying your bag, is check that it has an inner element, so you can squeeze it all together, squeeze out the air. There's an extra opening here, and then it stays in a relatively compressed way, and you can easily get it into the bag. Also, when you arrive at your destination, you just take that here out and go to your hotel room with this, and then you can easily get it back in and put it back in when you leave, for example. Okay, let's see what I have in there. So something that needs to be accessible quickly. It's not the toiletries actually, but those are nicely packed up actually in an extra bag. We'll come to that. All the rain stuff. And the rain stuff, I really just, I have these elements here that go above the shoes. I've got a long rain sleeve here, which is really just tiny bit of a windproof wrapping and also waterproof, of course. I've got the trousers here, and all that was just stuffed to the top of this bag here, because this way it's really accessible and there's no need to roll it up and somehow get it in. And you should really make sure that you actually have it accessible at the top here and not somewhere underneath here, because when it's really raining it needs to be quick, so you want to have it right out of the bag. Okay, I've got a charger here. It actually has 4 ports, and of course I've got my USB-C, micro USB and whatever cables in there. and check that I don't have any cable twice. Now, coming to all that I have for clothing. Here's a toothbrush, by the way. So I take my regular electric toothbrush with me. Also a bit of toiletries here. So we have some Band-Aids, some cream, chamois cream, UV screen, and also some floss in there. And at the very bottom, because that's really something that you only need when you're at the hotel, is a couple of extra socks, both for the evenings and also for cycling. Okay, so these are my clothes. The first thing you'll notice, I've got this strap around here, which is really nice because it allows you to put it into, to roll it up basically, and then keep it in that shape until you put it into your inner bag. And that's what I found really usable, really quite nice to use actually. So let's open that up. Okay, so here we go. All right, shoes. For some trips you might just go without shoes at all, right? And you can just use your cycling shoes, for example, to walk around. But I've got these barefoot shoes here, and they really compress nicely, and then I just, for extra protection, I put them into this extra bag here, which could become really usable and useful when you have some extra things to store, or just maybe want to put in your underwear there when you're at the final day or so. I've got a long shirt to wear underneath for colder days. And then also a hopefully normal t-shirt. So, and I can just wear this, for example, on top of the long sleeve. Got some underwear here, 2 pieces in this case for 5 to 6-ish days. Sleepwear. Everything is very thin, of course, yeah. So it barely takes up any space. And then 1 short trouser, and then this buff here, which is really handy when you're freezing a little bit, or you just want to warm your neck, for example, then you can just use the buff. And that's it. That should be enough for 6 days of cycling. We're prepared for sunny weather, we're prepared for rainy weather, and we have everything for our smartphone. We've got it accessible right away. We have repair stuff in our frame bag. Something that I actually will probably not bring is a pump, because we just checked with the team and with the group, and someone else will bring a pump, and so there's no need that 5 people bring the same things, and you can do the same actually for locks and other utensils. I hope that was helpful. See you soon.